James Turner for the untouchable true school sports. Let's go, baby. Bow!
Be careful what you wish for because it can become a reality.
Yeah. The untouchable True School Sports Empire proudly presents something the boxing games are missing. Hey, what's going on? It's your boy BT, and I came here to talk some boxing with the thousands of True School Sports subscribers. All right, so oftentimes I get asked the question because you guys know I'm a huge fan of Chocolatito, Roman Gonzalez, the future Hall of Famer, the all-time great, the Picasso of boxing, the former #1 pound-for-pound fighter in the world. He's at the latter stage of his career. You know, there's a lot of speculation as to what he might do, but there's no clear, definitive, news on what he's doing next, you know? And I'm trying to look for anything I can find on him, and there's not really anything out there. So, funny enough, the WBO has just come off the new rankings, and Roman Gonzalez is now the #1 WBO contender at super flyweight. Now, I remember a while ago, I'm going to say maybe 5 to 6 months ago, I was told by one of the guys I know from Roman Gonzalez's team that he will be trying to go with the 118 and pick off a title there, right? But that hasn't been confirmed yet, so I'm going to speculate. I'm going to start speculating. If he's not going to 118, let's just say he's not going to 118. If he's the #1 contender in the WBO at 115, does that mean that we're on the precipice of a potential Roman Gonzalez versus Kosei Tanaka world title fight? Is that what we, the boxing fans, are going to get? Because I'll be honest with you, if that's the case, if Roman Gonzalez does not go up to 118 and try to become a 5-division champion, and he does fight Kosei Tanaka, it's funny because the greater accomplishment would be beating one of those guys at 118, you know? Not Junto, because he's not going to fight Junto, but Ryosuke Nishida, Yoshiki Takai, those guys. He can beat those guys. But as great as an accomplishment as that is, none of those guys are as good of a fighter as Kosei Tanaka. So let's talk about it. Roman Gonzalez versus Kosei Tanaka. I'll be honest, I have mixed feelings about it because these are two of my favorite fighters in boxing. I'm still in contact with. I'm in contact with one guy from Kosei Tanaka's team, and I know one or two people from Roman Gonzalez's team personally. So it's I know not just about the fighters, but I know about the guys that are around those fighters, right? And these have been two of my personal favorites for years, and I would just feel very just odd because if Roman Gonzalez beats Kosei Tanaka, right, then Kosei Tanaka is going to be looked at as a fraud. Not a fraud, but not as good as I say he is, and he will probably be looked down upon for losing to a 37-year-old Roman Gonzalez, right? But then if Roman Gonzalez loses to Kosei Tanaka, I don't like the fact that Roman Gonzalez has another loss on his record. So I don't like the potential of this fight because I don't like seeing either one of these guys lose, and this fight would definitely ensure a loss for somebody. But it will be a good fight. I think we know what Chocolatito brings to the ring. He's got a very educated pressure style. He's a master of efficiency and angles and pressuring fighters. So Tanaka's boxing skills and his footwork will be severely tested. His stamina will be severely tested. That defense he's been working on will be severely tested. Because one thing about Chocolatito is, yeah, he may not be as quick as he used to be, but the great thing about him and his style is his style was never reliant upon quickness or athleticism. It's very much a style that you can fight with going into your old age because it's based upon parrying and angles and footwork and pivoting, and those are all things you can do even when you're older. You don't need to be as reliant on your youth for a style like Roman Gonzalez as you would for, let's say, like a guy like a Roy Jones Jr. He's not a straight reflex fighter like that. So that's a bodes well for him. It could be in a sense if Tanaka does fight Roman Gonzalez, it could be in a sense the passing of a torch fight because these guys do know each other. That they have sparred in Coachella before, and really and truthfully, we know Roman Gonzalez ain't gonna fight Bam Rodriguez. So if he's not gonna fight Bam Rodriguez, then this is probably the next best thing. Him fighting Kosei Tanaka, and if Tanaka is able to beat Roman Gonzalez, then that would give Bam Rodriguez more incentive to fight Kosei Tanaka because now he's fought a guy that's recognized the world over in boxing and a great fighter, Roman Gonzalez, and he'd have the name on the scalp. So I think it could be a building block towards potential undisputed at 115. If that's actually what Bam's intention is, which I want to be positive and optimistic, I think it is. So yeah, that's the news. Roman Chocolatito Gonzalez is your official #1 contender in the WBO rankings, which means that he is the first guy in line to fight Kosei Tanaka for the WBO title if he decides to not go up to 118. So until we hear a confirmed move, until we hear the opponent with the venue and the date and the TV outlet, all that stuff, Roman Gonzalez fighting somebody at 118, then let's just assume he's staying at 115 until then, because they're being very quiet. So yeah, that's the news, guys. What do you guys think about that potential matchup? Roman Gonzalez at 37 years old, looking to take on a fellow 4-division champion and one of the best fighters coming out of Japan in the WBO champion, Kosei Tanaka. A guy that is really, would say, probably in the middle of his prime right now. How do you guys see that fight? I mean, I think conventional wisdom would probably say maybe because of youth you pick Kosei Tanaka, but the thing is, Tanaka, his defense can get leaky, and Roman Gonzalez, I think, is crafty enough to land that straight right hand down the middle, which he's been hurt with a couple times in his career before. So I think I would give the slight edge to Tanaka. I would say it's like a 52-48 fight. I think Roman Gonzalez' IQ and his veteran savvy is the great equalizer to a lot of the youth and athleticism Tanaka does have. Because the thing about Tanaka is not an angle fighter. He's more of a in and out fighter. Kind of has a bit of that Japanese tendency where it's just straight lines. Straight lines, straight punches, disciplined, educated fighter. Nothing wrong with that, but I just think a guy like that is always susceptible to get beat by Roman Gonzalez. Look at what Roman Gonzalez in the past has done to other Japanese fighters like Akira Yagashi and Yutaka Nida and Kasunori Takayama. He's chewed up Japanese fighters who fight like that. So, why would it be any different if it's Tanaka? The only reason it could be different is because Tanaka's very athletic and he's younger. But other than that, if Chocolatito can keep the fight at a somewhat slow pace, he could beat him. And that's where I'll go with that. But let me know what you guys think. What do you guys think about a potential Roman Gonzalez Kosei Tanaka fight? Leave your comments down below. Make sure you guys take the time to subscribe. And like I say in every single one of these videos, you can love me or you can hate me, but I'm just a kid from Daniel. So until next time, take care, guys. Thank you for watching another video on the untouchable True School Sports Empire. I'm at the Boxing Hall of Fame out here in Contender, New York. And for more great boxing content just like this video, make sure you click and subscribe right over here.